Theater students at South High say it was love at first sight when they first took the stage.
I will get 4 people from different times, and I will have them do my history homework for me.
The class recently finished a production of Law & Order Fairy Tale Unit, and for freshman actor Anna Macmillan, it was an unforgettable experience.
This is my first acting experience ever, first acting class, so it was very nerve-wracking for me.
Macmillan says she's had the acting bug ever since she was little, so getting involved in her high school theater class was a natural move.
I thought it'd be really fun to maybe be in one someday, and so I saw there was a theater class and I took it.
Awesome. Scene. Okay, let's do one more time.
Macmillan is one of many students that took advantage of the theater class at school, and for some, it's become a passion.
I actually want to grow up to become an actor, so it's more of a passion.
Many of the students here at South High said they get involved in the theater class because it's more than just memorizing lines and putting on costumes.
I've been going through a very rough time of my life. I just felt like I'm finally getting out this emotion that I've had crammed in me for so long.
I can really see what they're really feeling, and I am glad that they have opportunity to let go their feelings and opinions.
Keiko Clark says her students are all dramatic in the most appropriate way, and her favorite part as a teacher is seeing her students transform when they get on stage.
When they stand on the stage, they become a different person. I love watching a shy student who were studying in the theater class, couldn't really say the name, but after we're doing games and she's getting used to it and come out and become completely a performer, it's amazing.
Macmillan and the rest of the theater class can't wait to get back on the stage. They are already preparing for next year's play and musical. Reporting for Torrance CitiCABLE, I'm Jacqueline Sarkeesian.
Welcome back to Spotlight Torrance, where we're exploring community theater, high school drama classes, and how stars fuel their passion. Joining me now is director Glenn Kelman of A Man of No Importance. Mr. Kelman, tell me, were you an actor before a director?
Okay, so now I'll admit it. I'm coming out of the closet on this one because, yes, I thought I wanted to be an actor when I first went into college. And then I realized that when I was backstage, I didn't have to worry about how I looked. I could just worry about how everybody else looked. And I knew from that point on that directing was where I belonged.
And at what point did the acting bug hit you? How old were you?
Oh my gosh, I guess I was in junior high when I first started playing with the acting bug. But I tell you, it's really about storytelling. It's about finding compelling stories that you want to tell, and I've become very passionate about that.
Well, for some, taking to the stage and being on the stage acting is what they love. But for others, they find their niche in other parts of the theater. And we're going to head out to Christy Orabuena at West High, who is now the teacher there. She has many of her own acting memories, but decided to go back and teach at her alma mater. Let's take a look.
That changed the dynamics of how we do things in the future.
Christy Orabuena is reminded of how she was introduced to theater and the life she never planned.
I'm not sad at all that I never have performed on Broadway, because now I know I'm supposed to be here, helping the kids here go on and do amazing things. But you don't think about that, you know, when you're in high school or at the end of college.
Orabuena remembers a friend encouraging her to take drama at West High.
I had never done anything like that before. And I was a soccer player, played club, did everything, and played on the varsity team here. And I took drama, and I was like, wow, I really like it.
West Side Story! Wicked! Wicked!
Orabuena strives for students to have a more inclusive and supportive experience in drama than she did here at West High.
She is an incredible director, and through the process of doing 8 shows with her, I've seen her directing style and the way she approaches it. And what's so great, as you saw in this little excerpt too, is that we're really about ensemble and about including everybody and making this an experience that's worthwhile.
She went to the Boston Conservatory, which is a super good school for musical theater, and you can just tell she knows so much.
Orabuena shares her own path with students, and though she never made it to the advanced drama class in her day at West High, her passion helped her get into a top musical theater program.
opened my mind to the realities of the world of rejection and kind of being true to yourself and doing what you love no matter what.
We got magic to do just for you. We got miracle plays to play.
With real-world experience, Buena, who never imagined coming back to West High after high school, understands the importance of memories made in drama class.
This is high school. This is their time to have that experience and remember that as they move on.
Gotta find my corner of the sky.
Behind the red theater curtain is this prop room, which houses all of the accessories that have been used over the years here at West High. And thanks to Mrs. Buena and her students, they have raised the money for every production. With 5 shows per year, the students raise about $40,000 per year to put on their shows.
My goal as a theater teacher is that they appreciate theater and that they have a love for it and that they'll continue that on. They'll bring their kids to the theater. They'll go to the theater because that's what's going to keep it going.
Buena not only teaches her students drama and musical theater, but she also focuses on production and ways to fund a show. Some call her Mama, and that's when she knows there is a real connection. Reporting for Spotlight Torrance, I'm Julie Chan. Mr. Kelman, talk about auditions. As a director, what helps someone get a call back?
Well, auditions for a director are everything because half your work is done once you find the right people. And I think it's people who come in and give me big, bold choices and give me something to look at that I say, there's something going on there. I'm so interested in that person. So it's never about making the right choice. It's always making about a big choice.
Well, we met Ian Evans earlier tonight, and he's one of the actors in A Man of No Importance. How did he wow you?
Well, first of all, his personality just jumps right off him from the minute he walks in the room. He's had such a great work ethic and an attitude and a willingness to take chances and risks, and it's been absolutely wonderful to work with him. So I'm really pleased to have him as a part of this cast.
Now, there are some who don't make the call back and who really hoped to be in a show with you. What is your advice to those people?
Well, keep trying. You know, there are only so many parts in any show, and also some people fit some parts better than others. So I would say if it's your passion, just keep going for it. There's going to be the best place for you to be.
Well, that's great advice. Mr. Kelman, thank you for being with me, and congratulations on a sold-out closing night. Up next, we'll meet another actor from the show. He's telling us how his passion began and his experience with auditions. I'm here at closing night of A Man of No Importance, and now I'm here with Eric Michael Parker. Tell me, Eric, when did you have your first audition?
My first audition was actually at the beginning of high school, going into high school, and I grew up in Southern California as well, and I was terrified. I was like absolutely terrified, and I had to walk up on a huge stage in the dark, and I had to sing probably for about 30 seconds completely alone, no piano, no anything, and then there was like a quick dance audition as well, and I had never danced before then, and luckily I got some nice encouragement and validation, and then, you know, auditions from then on always seemed a little less scary than the one before it.
So you did your first audition for a high school musical or play?
Yeah, it was for my high school choir program, which was a lot of musical theater-based training.
Talk about what your advice would be to somebody maybe in high school or even, you know, in college who wants to go out on their first audition.
Yeah. This is something I've really learned recently about auditioning because it's always nerve-wracking, but I guess the first piece of advice I would offer is to always go. I feel like we can always be our worst enemy when it comes to auditioning and putting ourselves out there. We psych ourselves out before we even get in the room. What the important thing is to remember is that you're doing it because you love it, and use that audition as an opportunity to do what you love most.
Our reporter Anne-Marie Williams had the chance to go over to one of the Torrance high schools and check out their auditions for an upcoming show. So let's go check it out.
Exactly. Our parents paid a lot of money, right? But what for?
While auditions can be stressful, one North High School student finds joy in the process.
One of the shows Will Be Better Later is about a detention camp, and one of the girls, Lauren, she's an algebra-loving geek, which is one of my favorite subjects, and I feel that I could relate, and so I'm really looking forward to hopefully playing that.
Sarah Gettinger says the cold read is her favorite part of auditions.
We get the script the day of, about 5 minutes before we audition, so it's fun looking at a script and being like, oh, I have to say this right now. I'll try it, and you just kind of go with the flow and see what happens.
Although she has enjoyed auditioning the past 4 years, she says the process can also bring out some nerves.
Definitely the lights are really nerve-wracking. We can't see our directors or the people that are auditioning us, so not knowing their facial expressions or what they're thinking or feeling.
In addition to giving students another opportunity to audition, One Acts also gives student directors a view from the other side.
I'm just looking for people who are willing to go out of their comfort zone and kind of be outrageous, because that's what theater is all about.
Some of these people are going to audition for the other two plays, which are comedies. I'm looking for people who can transition from a comedy to a very serious play.
Loud speaking, good reactions, not just standing there while other characters are speaking.
Although some of the directors came in here already knowing what they were looking for, at the end of the day, it all comes down to potential.
So I'm not necessarily looking for a student who already fits the role that I'm auditioning for. I'm looking for a student who could fit that role with some work.
There were a couple of people that I really, really liked, some people that surprised me. And yeah, I think I have a couple of people that I know for sure I want in my one act.
Whether it be the teacher or student director casting the show, Gettinger finds a reward in auditioning for productions.
Always seeing your name on the cast list outside the door is one of the best things ever. You feel loved, you feel welcomed, and you feel ready for the new experience and the new people that you're going to get to meet.
Reporting for Torrance CitiCABLE, I'm Anne-Marie Williams.
So I am here with Nancy Hebson, a patron of the Torrance Theater Company. Nancy, talk about why you keep coming back.
Well, I see a lot of theater. I'm involved in dance, so I see a lot of dance shows, a lot of theater, and it's just incredible to have a small, intimate theater in our town here, our little town. It's 50 seats. You feel like you're in the show every time you come, and not many cities have the opportunity to experience that. We're very fortunate here in Torrance. It's great.
And do you go to theater? You know, we live in LA, so do you go to other theaters as well?
I go to Orange County, I go up to LA, I see as much as I can. There's a lot of local talent here in Torrance and the other cities around the area. And, you know, it's great to see local talent. And here in Torrance, we have a lot of it.
Check out Torrance Theater Company at www.torrancetheatercompany.com. Well, the wrap party begins for the cast and crew of A Man of No Importance. They have been working hard and putting in so much time, both qualities of a star. Well, that's it for Spotlight Torrance. Thanks for joining us. I'm Julie Chan, and we'll see you next time.